Thank you for tuning in to the Matt Ramage Show, presented by Quick Trip. What is up? What is up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. I am back after a long, nasty, not good situation. I'm not gonna talk a whole lot about it. I'm gonna talk a little bit about it. All right. Last time people saw me out and about, I went to the Packer Bear game. Did a lot of drinking that day, people. That was a fun game. It was a great game. Packers won, obviously. A couple days later, came down with the COVID. I've never been more sick in my life. They say I'm all better. They say I'm full recovery. I can go back to work, go back out into society, be a member of society again. Did that today, went over to Quick Trip, you know what I mean? Got some stuff. I've been in Quick Trip in a while. Dude, everything I do, it seems like it's been like 3 weeks, but it hasn't. Just because there's so many Packer games since then, you know what I mean? But it was nasty, people. Still got like a huge, horrible headache. Can't scream. Can't do stuff. Like I was literally watching the Packer game, this last Packer game, and I just screaming, because jacked up and my head just pounding, killing. Worst headaches I've ever had in my life. I'm not a sick person. I don't usually get sick. I don't usually get headaches, And I mean, I'm not saying I'm healthy, because obviously fat as hell, but I typically don't get sick. So when I do, I'm a weak individual. You know what I mean? Coughing, like the chest pain every time you cough feels like your chest about to blow out, just like blow up. You know what I mean? But I'm back, people. I think it might take a little bit to get rid of some of these lingering things, but this is just gonna be a real quick situation. I just want to come back and say I'm back. I'm gonna go live on Facebook, YouTube, all the things tomorrow night. Probably like 6:30 or something. I don't know. I figured it out. I had to get back in the groove. You know what I mean? Back in the groove, talking Packers, talking trash. It's Viking week. You know what I mean? But Viking fans, you know what I mean? They're a funny bunch. It doesn't matter how sucky they are. They keep chatting. You know what I mean? They're like a boxer. You know what I mean? They get knocked down like Rocky. You know what I mean? Except for they don't win in the end. Uh, they keep getting back up no matter how many times they get beat up. You know what I mean? I hate the Vikings. But Packers are the number 1 seed in the NFL. All right. Cardinals are falling apart. Cowboys are doing the thing. Cowboys beat up on the Washington football team. Was a Sunday night. I watched that game. And people are jacked up on the Cowboys, and I get it. You know what I mean? Show them the love, whatever. The Cowboys are always hyped up. So now that they actually win a football game, and if you put 56 up, you know what I mean? That's impressive. I know the Washington football team is trash. You know what I mean? So I'm not overly impressed with what the Cowboys did. I'm just not. They're a good football team, though. You know what I mean? You got to give them credit. Good football team. Do they scare me? No. Cowboys, if they come to Lambeau Field in playoff time, do they scare me? No. There's a lot of guys that come back. Obviously everyone knows, like David Bakhtiari, Jair. There's a lot of guys who are out who haven't got a chance to come back. Rasul Douglas is balling, bro. Balling. Like all these records. I wouldn't say records, but all like just great numbers, like ridiculous numbers. Goot needs some praise for him. Campbell, like they did some stuff. I remember when they got Rasul Douglas, they were going after, like, everyone wanted to go after this other free agent. I forget the corner's name now, but everyone it was all talk. So when they signed him, it was like jokes. If you find the Packer announced it on Twitter, I'm sure Facebook is the same thing. All the comments are just, people making fun of this, oh, we don't get our guy, we go and get a scrub, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But man, he's balling out. This team, just wait until the guys that you expect to ball out are back, because I'll mix them in with the guys no one expected to be there. This team is going to be scary. You know what I mean? I love this football team. I love this football team. I do believe Jair is going to come back. I believe Zadarius is going to come back. Obviously, David Bakhtiari is going to come back. There's a lot of guys that are going to come back before the playoffs, or maybe come playoff time. I think that they know. Dude, the Packers, all they got to do is 2 more wins. Lock up home field advantage. You know what I mean? I believe that there's only 2 more weeks left of the season. Am I right? I don't know. I'm kind of out of it because of this COVID situation. My head is all like jacked up. But yeah, we played the Vikings and then the Lions. All right, the Vikings and the Lions. And on the Vikings, I get it. The Vikings beat the Packers. So everyone, I won't say everyone, but a lot of people, especially Viking fans, we already beat you. That's my favorite thing about Viking fans. They're like, we beat you the last 2 times. This will be 3. And I responded like, see, that's the thing. Vikings are trying to stack wins over the Packers. The Packers are trying to stack championships. All right. So if the Vikings beat the Packers next week, that'd be 3 times in a row. Well, it's 3 times in a row the Packers have won the NFC North. And I know the NFC North ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. There ain't no banners being hung around here about that. But the 2 NFC championship games in a row, about to be 3. This time they win it. You know what I mean? Like the Viking fans, dude. That's why I don't think the football team has the same mentality as the fan base. I would hope not. And if they do, that is why they trash. That is why they suck. And look at the Bears, like the whole NFC North, it's just trash. I'm not gonna talk about the Lions, but like the Bears, man, the fans are turning on them. What do they call that? Like in prison, and when the inmates control the asylum. I don't know, that's actually a horrible analogy, but Bears fans are turning on whatever you want, ownership, management, whatever. They were chanting "Bears still suck." I saw at a Bear game. That's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? That really is a beautiful thing. You like to see it. But I fully expect the Packers to beat up on the Vikings. They're at home. A lot of trash talk being talked. You know, Vikings. It is what it is. You know, Vikings, like their whole goal is just to beat up on the Packers. That's it. Like they have no goals of winning championships, winning divisions. They have no goals of doing anything. Maybe get a trophy in that trophy case. I don't even know. That's what I wonder about Vikings. Do they have a trophy case? Like I don't have a trophy case in my house. You know why? I don't have any trophies. I ain't never won none in my life. So why would I have a trophy case? Like having a jewelry box but no jewelry. Why would you have that? First you get the jewelry or the trophies, then you get the box to put them in. You know what I mean? So if you don't have any trophies, do you need a case? Like I did just one there with the light on. Just someday, baby, someday. Or do they hang like their NFL? You know, the division championship. I'm assuming that there's some kind of trophy for that. I don't think it's a trophy, but I'm sure there's something. You know what I mean? It's just that banner they hang up in there at Viking Stadium. They got banners. We won the division and then did nothing in the playoffs, but we won the division. You know what I mean? They love chatting about that. You know what I mean? It's going to be a fun week. Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers, Lambeau Field. It's going to be a good time. Packers beat the Browns. All right, let's talk about that. Packers beat the Browns and a controversial no call at the end of the game. Everyone loves to point out the calls the Packers get. You know what I mean? Like it was a no call. Everyone likes to point to it. But nobody wants like NFC Championship game last year. Packers were held. It's clear. There's a picture. No one likes to talk about it. Packer fans even bring it up even after the game, after the NFC Championship game. All the Packer fans like to cry, blah blah. So like when it favors us, everyone wants to talk about it. NFL memes is putting memes on it. Everyone's talking about it. They're just crying. All right, you lost. Your quarterback threw 4 interceptions. All right, so like you're like, oh, he should have only thrown 3. But like, look at the game. There was a lot of stuff that happened in that game. It's not the Packers being favored. The NFL refs are trash. Sometimes it helps you. Sometimes it hurts you. All right, that helped the Packers. Yeah. But that receiver like ran straight up into him too. So like maybe the refs are just like, let's let him play. He ran straight up into him, and then he kind of cut off, and then he grabbed him. So it was on both sides. But I don't care. If it's a bad call, bro, I don't care. The Packers won the game. Packers won the football game. Baker Mayfield threw 4 interceptions. Take that away, he still threw 3. Baker Mayfield, you want to be mad at someone? You're talking about the refs and the Packers, and the Packers paid off the refs. Look at your quarterback, bro. Maybe a few less commercials. I actually like Baker Mayfield. Those commercials he does, pretty funny. You know, he's up in the stadium. He's got the neighbor coming over, borrowing sugar and all this stuff. Funny commercial. And I have no hate for Baker Mayfield, but the Packers beat him. That's just what it is. Packers beat them. The Browns are not that good of a football team. And people talking about, oh, the Packers are supposed to be so great. This is my favorite right here. They say the Packers barely beat the Browns and their quarterback threw 4 interceptions. So you're saying the Packers are so bad that they only got 4 interceptions. Like, dude, Baker Mayfield, like when a quarterback throws 4 interceptions, it's not like you have to catch it. They put him in those situations. They rushed him. They got in his face. He threw some bad balls. The Packers took advantage. You don't catch 4 interceptions on accident. Like that's not like if someone had 3 fumbles in a game, but no one touched them. The ball's popped out. And then you say, well, that defense had nothing to do with that, but they recovered it, whatever. If to intercept the ball, a lot of things have to go right for you. All right, the Packers won. I will not apologize for a victory ever in my life. I wasn't making videos. I wasn't doing much social media because I wasn't feeling good. But like I saw all these people talking about like almost like the Packer fans or Packers should apologize for a win. Like, bro, no. The Packers get jacked a lot by the refs. If people who say the Packers only are in favor like of the refs, like bad calls and stuff, then you don't watch football. Like you don't watch football and you don't really matter anyways. Packers get some bad calls, Packers get some good calls in their way, and that I will not apologize for a win. All right. That's how you win in the NFL. Sometimes the ball bounces your way, sometimes it doesn't. And if the game it did, you can look through that game. I'm not going to list it all off. Everyone's seen it. Anybody who's on social media, there was a lot of bad calls on both sides of that thing. Packers came out on top. Packers are the best team in football, baby. All right. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, they're going to have to win some games. Like it will not be an easy road, even if it goes through Lambeau Field, which I think it will, because they're going to beat the Vikings. They're going to beat the Lions. They're going to go on to be the number one seed. But there's some good teams. I know Cowboys, the Bucks, the Rams. The Rams really don't worry me. They really don't worry me at all. The Bucks only because like if it gets in the heads of the players, which I don't think it does, but fans, you know how fans are, whatever. I don't think players are the same way. But everyone talks about Tom Brady or whatever, but like Tom Brady threw interceptions in that last NFC Championship game. Tom Brady is like not unbeatable. You know what I mean? And I don't think the Bucks defense is as good as it was last year. I think the Packers overall are a better team, especially when we start getting guys back. And if the Bucks come to Lambeau Field, I fully expect the Packers to just take it to them. I'm not saying they're going to beat the hell out of them, but the Bucks are going to get the Packers best effort. You know what I mean? Not that they didn't last year, but there were some mistakes that were just stupid. Packers definitely should have won that game. But yeah, I fully expect the Packers to win a Super Bowl this year, people. People think I just like talk trash on, and just say whatever, but I fully expect the Packers to win the Super Bowl. I think they're the best team in the NFL. That doesn't always mean I think they were last year too. I think that the Packers were definitely the best team in the NFC last year. Didn't happen. The best team doesn't always win the Super Bowl. It's the best team that did. The Bucks deserve to win whatever. I'm not like making excuses and all this stuff, but the Packers made some mistakes and the Bucks benefited from it, even though the Bucks made some mistakes too. And that's just how the cookie crumbles, as they say. But this year, I there's a lot going on like after the season, so I think that the whole team understands that they want to get this done this year. It's beneficial to everyone, even the players that move on contract wise, whatever. There's a lot of things going to happen after this year. I don't want to talk about it right now because we got ourselves a playoff run coming underway, people. But I'm excited to be back. We'll be doing a lot more lives. Tuesday night, I'm gonna do a live. I wasn't doing tonight, but there's a Monday Night Football game on. I'm gonna watch that thing. The Saints are playing the Dolphins, I believe. Saints are a team to watch. I ain't gonna lie to you, people. I don't want the Vikings to make the playoffs. I do not want the Vikings, even like when people are like, well, you got to root for the Vikings because this and that. No. I don't want the Vikings in the playoffs. I don't want them getting a last wild card spot. Don't want it. Don't need it. First of all, I don't think it's good to play a division rival in the playoffs. Anyways, there's too much familiarity. I don't think it's not that the Vikings scare me, but in the playoffs, I don't think any team should want to play their division rival. That's just my opinion. Playing your division rivals, you never know what's going to happen because they know you know them, but still, it's just I'd rather play some other teams. Get a first round bye, let the other teams beat up on each other a little bit, and let's see what happens, people. Green Bay Packers going on this playoff run here. Hopefully, getting some guys back real soon. I'd like to see them come back before the playoffs start. Let them get into the groove a little bit. You know what I mean? But I'm excited about this playoffs, people. We back, people. COVID knocked me down. Could not take me out. I shouldn't say it. I have a headache tonight. But yeah, I know a lot of people, some COVID doesn't do not much to them. Some it's more severe. Some people die. I didn't. My wife still has it. She's still sick. My son is still sick, but they're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? But I appreciate everyone who sent me messages and all the nice things. And but we back, people. We back. We back. The Green Bay Packers take on the Minnesota Vikings next Sunday night. I will be live streaming during the game, yelling about the game, talking about the game. I missed it. I missed talking to the fine folks, good old Packer fans. You know what I mean? But go Pack, go, people. Thanks for tuning in, and a lot more fun stuff coming. The best part of the season is coming up. my favorite part of the season. All right. Go Pack, go people. Thanks for watching. Listen. All right. Oh, yeah. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, go head over. You can listen to podcasts on Anchor, on iTunes, on Spotify, and all the places that you listen to podcasts, people. Go ahead and check me out on the podcast and Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the things, people. Go Pack.